It's the 33rd annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup from Frisco Stadium in Frisco, Texas. Coritiba and Manchester United playing for the Gordon Jago Supergroup Championship tonight. I'm Pete Stein along with Dev Reeves, and glad you could be with us for our continuing coverage of Dallas Cup and what we think is going to be a really exciting final between Manchester United and Coritiba out of Brazil. Let's take a look at how these two teams arrived at this championship match. Manchester United came out of bracket A. They collected all 9 points, while Coritiba won bracket C. They advanced as the bracket winner based on goal differential. They outscored their group opponents 11-2 and then defeated Eintracht Frankfurt 2-1, taking a 2-0 lead in that game and then holding on for the victory. Manchester United has been very impressive, shutting out FC Dallas on opening day, having little trouble dispatching Santa Clara Sporting 5-2, and then beat Tigres 1-0 in a game they really dominated. The scoreline doesn't reflect the domination in that game, and then beat their local rival Everton in the semifinals 2-0, another impressive performance for Manchester United. Here's a look at all of the brackets out of the Gordon Jago Super Group here. And we talked about Manchester United collecting all 9 points in their bracket, beating out FC Dallas and Tigres and Santa Clara out of Northern California. Eintracht advanced. They were a finalist last year, co-champions with Tigres, returned this year to win bracket B despite being upset by the Dallas Texans on opening day. Coritiba lost their opening match to Everton, but then advanced based on goal differential as the bracket champion. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's Gordon Jago Supergroup Championship match. And for Coritiba, the man to watch is the captain, and that's number 11, Thiago Primao. He's probably as skilled as any player we've seen, Dev.
Yeah, he really has. He's had a really fine tournament here this week, and obviously a class above everybody else that's here, but he will have his hands full tonight with Manchester United.
Meanwhile, Manchester United, there's not really a weak link on this team. They'll have Samuel Johnston in goal. William Keane has done everything in this tournament so far that you could ask of a player. Larnell Cole has also been very impressive up front for Manchester United. The weather tonight hopefully cooperates. Mostly cloudy skies, 67 degrees, high humidity, really mild winds for FC Dallas Stadium at east-southeasterly at 12 miles per hour. And for one of the rare times at this stadium, the wind really won't be a factor. We did have heavy rain earlier in the day. It kind of backed up the championships from some of the other age groups earlier in the day. But we're going to be able to get this match started on time and played a full 90 minutes. And a full overtime if necessary, and if necessary, we'll go to PKs to determine this year's champion. But there is a buzz in the air. There's an excitement. A Brazilian club taking on an English club. Two different styles, but two quality teams.
Well, you had the Brazilian flair versus Man United's tactical precision, and it's going to be a great contrast here tonight. And you look at the pitch. We've had some torrential downpours this afternoon, and it really hasn't torn up whatsoever. There's a couple brown spots, but no, the pitch is not tearing up. And Pete, you mentioned it. Manchester United, there's not one weak link out there. You got a couple players with Champions League's experience this year, 3 players that are starting tonight that have played in the Carling Cup with the first team this year. So I would think that Brazil would have their hands full, but it should be a great match.
And Manchester United probably comes in as the favorite, but you got to figure Coritiba is going to be sky high, anxious for this opportunity to play a club like Manchester United.
Well, Coritiba last year was trying to get out of the bracket, didn't get out of the bracket. They felt there was some things that happened in bracket play where they should have gotten through, and they didn't. So they're finally made it through the finals this year, and they're excited about it. So they know they have all to play for tonight.
What do you think will be a couple of the keys tonight as far as determining the outcome of this game?
Well, I think the pitch is pretty slippery. I mean, as they say in the UK, it's pretty greasy. And,
right.
I think that's going to benefit Man United, and you may see a few more shots from distance and see if they can just let that ball skip past the goalkeeper. But I think the key tonight is if Coritiba can get forward more than they have in the past couple matches.
You think the slippery conditions might slow down the Brazilian side a little bit?
It could a little bit. It'll definitely favor Man United.
Akari Cosmo, the midfielder, playing it back to Baggio, who gets it across halfway, where it's Santos who begins the attack. Chipped up the right side. Johnston will make an easy play inside his own 18 and quickly distribute to Cole. Getting pressured there by Nascimento. Plays it out to Fornacier. back pass to Johnston. Looking for Givern on the left side, but it's into the seats, and it's a throw-in for Coritiba.
Well, that's something right there Man United has not seen all week long. I mean, Brazil's coming up and pressuring high. They're going to do all they can to defend in their offensive third.
Cosmo with a little one-touch pass. Just deflected out. Another throw-in coming up. Iago Baggio puts it in play to Joao Amaral. Amaral's got great speed on the flank. Thorpe sending that one out to Lingard. Lingard pushes it across halfway, but it'll be controlled by Coritiba. They'll send it all the way back to Thiago Coelho, who is in goal tonight. Cosmo trying to find Amaral, but it's intercepted. Tunhill, who went out late in the semifinal match with an injury, is in the starting lineup. Tunnicliffe has been a terrific player throughout this tournament for Manchester United. This is Michael Keane, his twin brother William, a forward for Manchester United. Tunnicliffe got jostled off the ball there, and here comes Primao, the team captain for Coritiba, and has outstanding ball skill, but turns over this pass. And here comes Manchester United on a counterattack. Tunnicliffe lays it back for Cole. Cole will play back for Fornacier. It was Tunnicliffe who won that ball for Manchester United with a tackle. Now Friars, the team captain for Manchester United, swings it out to the left side.
Well, you'll see again for Manchester United, very, very slow build-up, no hurry to get forward. They'll just pick their passes and be very patient in their build-up.
Keane gets it to Cole. He lays it back. In the midfield, Coritiba taking away from Ekameni. Cosmo to Pontes. He's got Silva on the left flank, but Pontes pushes it forward. Nice header there by Fornacier. Unable to win the ball for Manchester United as Silva has it along the touchline. Gets it to Cosmo. Comes back to DePontes from Rodriguez. DePontes moving forward. We really haven't seen this out of DePontes over the course of this tournament. Fornacier taking it away from Vivian, getting it to Johnston, who sends it out to halfway. Headed by Cosmo. Then a 50-50 ball. And it's going to be controlled by Cosmo and Coritiba. This is Baggio, the right back. They're really moving their back line forward more than we've seen, Dev.
Yeah, they really have. They're definitely pressing a little bit here and putting the earnest on Manchester United here. Again, that's something Man United hasn't seen. So something a little bit different than what they've seen all week long. And again, this is probably going to be their toughest competition that they've seen all week, including the bracket play. I mean, Brazil has just really had a nice performance all the way through bracket play. Dominated in their loss against Everton. Unfortunately, they didn't get that win, but they did dominate possession-wise. I'd say they at least had 85% of the possession the whole match.
It seems like Coritiba is making the statement early that they're going to gamble and take some chances, try to get a 1-0 lead. The first goal tonight could be terribly important. Nascimento, who had a brilliant goal in the semifinals, finds Silva. Silva sends it into the area, but it's wide right. Didn't have a target inside the 18. And it'll be a goal kick coming up for Samuel Johnston.
Yeah, he just really kind of rushed that there. It really didn't have a target. I think it was in between minds of what he really wanted to do there, and just sprayed it and was hoping somebody would get there on the back post. But unfortunately, there's nobody there for Coritiba.
It doesn't seem like the condition of the pitch is much of a factor right now. Despite the heavy rains earlier today, we haven't seen a lot of slipping.
No, the pitch is very firm. I mean, I was down there before the match. It's very firm, even with all the rain we've had. It's not cutting up, and again, fantastic job of the groundskeepers.
Givern pushing it forward, and Manchester United getting into the attacking third, where William Keane is taken down. A foul called and a free kick for Manchester United.
Well, we've seen Keane here on the replay, just how good he is with the ball at his feet, and he gets clipped and goes down. Obviously a foul, and we know how dangerous United is with free kicks, so Coritiba wants to be careful not to give away too many free kicks there in and around the area.
Rodriguez committing that foul. Cole on the ball. Coritiba committed a foul at their own end early against Everton in the first game of group play and gave up a goal in the first 2 minutes and never could get the equalizer. And Manchester United gets a chance off this set piece, but it's headed over the goal.
Yeah, they really wish they could have had that one back. I mean, it was a great service by Cole there. I think it was Fornesier who maybe got ahead on that, but you know, there's two players inside the box totally unmarked by Coritiba.
Coritiba trying to get out of the back. Nascimento sends it out wide to the right side to Baggio, who gets it to Amaral, plays it toward the middle. Thorpe gets there first for Manchester United, but it's right back to Nascimento of Coritiba. DePontes settles the ball, looks upfield, gets it to Nascimento. Now Vivian, outstanding midfielder, gets one touch on it. Right back to DePontes, a diagonal aerial looking for Amaral. The pass is cut off. Cosmo will knock it down and maintain possession for Coritiba, getting it to Primau. Nice turn on the ball by Primau. Now through traffic to the top of the 18, into the area for Amaral. Amaral with a nice move to the byline, cuts it across, and a goal is scored. Coritiba has taken a 1-0 lead in the 7th minute. And it was great teamwork and a great build-up that led to the goal.
Well, great work by Primau. We talked about him in the pregame. Just very talented midfielder there. Took on the Manchester defense, slotted it wide, and then the ball came across. But again, there's Primau on the ball. Nice ball back into the box. Amaral beats King there, plays it back, and nice easy touch in there.
Alex Santos scoring the goal for Coritiba.
And again, I mean, that's something United's not accustomed to since they've been here. So they're really all to play for now for Manchester United.
So there you see Santos wearing the number 9 for the Brazilian side, scoring the first goal in the 7th minute. And how does that change the game?
Well, I think you'll see Manchester United get forward a little bit more urgency in their play, a little bit quicker pace, and obviously there will be no nerves on their part. They've been there before, and they'll continue to play their game, but you'll see their pace pick up a bit.
Does Coritiba continue to play forward, or do they get conservative now?
I think you'll see them pretty conservative, but they are Brazilians, so they still want to get forward.
Here's Primau in the midfield, receiving the pass, trying to split two defenders, but is dispossessed by Tunnicliffe. Cole has his pass blocked away by Santos. Fornesier with the throw-in. Tunnicliffe to Cole. Keane unable to trap it. And Silva has it for Coritiba on the left side.
Yeah, something you don't see much from Keane. Just a rough first touch there to give the ball away.
Fornesier looking upfield. Moves along the right channel. Turned over to DePontes. Fornesier lost his left shoe. Replacing it as Coritiba begins to build the attack out of their own end. Baggio chipping it toward Cosmo. Cosmo catches up to it, lays it out for Amaral. Back to Cosmo. A back pass intercepted by Ekameni of Manchester United. Amaral wins it back for Coritiba, right of the box. Ekameni is there marking Amaral. Givran help forcing him to the corner. And Manchester United wins possession. Cleared away to midfield, where it's chested down by DePontes. And Nascimento says, why not, from 40 yards away.
Yeah, you know, something really interesting we saw in the Friday night semifinal match between Man United and Everton was United stuck a player on Ross Barkley, the playmaker for Everton. I mean, they know Everton extremely well, being 30 miles away from Manchester United, or I'm sorry, Everton being 30 miles away from United. And they marked him out of the game because they knew he was the player they're going to have to mark. But you would think that they would do the same here tonight with Primau. Obviously, he was the engine that makes Brazil go, and they haven't marked him out of the game.
Not as familiar with the Brazilian side as they are with Everton, that's for certain. And this is Primau on the ball now on the left side. Silva playing it to Nascimento, to Cosmo. Baggio on the right side. Primau calling for the ball on the left side as they try to switch the attack. They get it to Silva. Primau Now shuffles forward up the touchline into space for Silva. Silva with a cross to the back post, and he almost had Amaral for a second goal.
And again, everything's going through Freeman. I mean, he's the guy who's making the diddly through balls and so forth, and if he gets that much time, he will cut him apart.
Nascimento with the interception. Plays it back to Primao. Coritiba has taken a 1-0 lead on an Alex Santos goal in the 7th minute. We've played nearly 11 full minutes now in the first half of the 33rd annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup Gordon Jago Supergroup Championship game. Coritiba in white, Manchester United in red. The greatest youth tournament in the world, reaching its climax tonight with this championship game in the Supergroup. Santos chases it down on the right side of the box. The flag stays down. Santos centers inside the 6. Nobody there for Coritiba. Fornacier will let that one go across the end line for a goal kick. Johnston teeing it up in the 12th minute. Coritiba out shooting Manchester United in the early going here, 3-1.
Other players from Coritiba, I mean, they're just beating them right and left, one-on-one, and Amaral there is causing all sorts of havoc on the right side.
I guess speed, the biggest weapon you could have in any sport, and certainly that's the case in soccer, and Manchester United finding it difficult to defend the speed of Coritiba.
Yeah, they really are, and again, we've seen how dangerous Coritiba's been on free kicks there, and you know, obviously they're looking for somebody here on the back post.
It's not going to be Primao. Primao is going to line up on the left side at the top of the 18. Looks like it's going to be Silva with this free kick, sent into the area, and did it graze off the fingertips of Johnston.
Looks like Johnston did get a finger to it, so it will be a corner for Coritiba, and Primao will be jogging over to take the corner kick. And I tell you, they're putting some great services into the box. And, Johnston wasn't sure what to do with that one. He came out and got a fist to it. But obviously, Coritiba showing some dangerous free kicks, and here's a corner kick opportunity now.
Coritiba playing at a high level, and Primao's a big part of that, and he's taking this first corner kick for Coritiba. More great service, but this one's cleared out by Manchester United. Silva will chest it down and hold it in the attacking third. Silva switching the attack to the right side. Cole with a header. Nascimento knocks it down with his right boot and controls for Coritiba. Gets it to Amaral. Amaral has time to think about it. Lays it off on the touchline for Nascimento. Amaral has it intercepted. Taken away by Tunnicliffe, who moves into the middle third before turning it over. Coritiba will play it back and regroup. Sylvan gets it to Primao, marked by Fornacier. Letting it skip on through was Nascimento. Wanted Amaral to get it, but instead Tunnicliffe has it for Manchester United. Tunnicliffe in the middle third, playing it out wide for Fornacier, but it is intercepted. Taken away by Sylvan. Sylvan pressing forward. Gets to the top of the 18 and then lost it over the byline.
Yeah, great work by Silva there. Stepped in front, intercepted the pass, made his way down, tried to do a little fancy footwork here and just plays it off his own foot out of bounds. Probably should have been a little bit more patient on the ball there, but what you're seeing right now from Coritiba is that they're stepping up and intercepting these balls here in the midfield from Man United, and give them a lot of credit. It's not easy to do, but they're really pushing forward here in the middle third of the field.
28th minute of play, a 1-0 lead for Coritiba. Scoring in the 7th minute was Alex Santos in the championship game in the Gordon Jago Super Group. It's the 33rd annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup at FC Dallas Stadium in Frisco, Texas. This is Cole on the attack to the 18 for Manchester United as they make a rare foray deep into Coritiba territory. Fornacier holds it in. His volley goes out of play to the left of Coelho, who will have a goal kick.
Great work by DePontes there in the back. Cole on the ball, making a couple moves, and DePontes didn't bite on any of it. He just held.
Skills. How can my car go faster? Maybe your child will figure it out. Find out more at connectamillionminds.com.
If it's Easter Sunday at FC Dallas Stadium, it's the Gordon Jago Supergroup Championship game, and it's halftime here. Coritiba leading 1-0. Pete Stein along with Dev Reeves. Glad you could be with us. And let's take a look at the statistics over the first 45 minutes of play. The most telling is that Coritiba has outshot Manchester United 10-2 in this game. They've dominated the run of play. They've got the 1-0 lead.
No, Coritiba really has dominated the first half, and something that we were not really expecting here in the first half. But I think what you'll see here going forward into the second half will be United just trying to clean up some of those balls coming out of their defensive third.
Manchester United with 7 fouls, Coritiba with 5, and a yellow card issued to Fornacier of Manchester United at about the midway mark, maybe a little beyond that in the first half, so he's playing with a yellow card. Santos scoring in the 7th minute, Amaral with the assist. Coelho has been credited with one save, but has played really well in the goal tonight for Coritiba, and Johnston credited with one save and has played equally well throughout the week in goal for Manchester United. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights here at FC Dallas Stadium. That's Cole, and that was early in the match, and that may have been one of the better opportunities off that set piece for Man U. And there's Amaral centering the pass for Santos, who scored in the 7th minute, and that gave Coritiba a 1-0 lead. But they just didn't fall back and try to win this game 1-0. They kept attacking. Santos tried that bicycle kick, and then Primao with service to the back post here. It was on the doorstep for DePontes, but as you can see by his reaction, the offside flag was up. And another look at it shows that it was a close call. Santos centering a pass for Amaral that skipped off his right boot. And Johnston was able to make a fairly routine save there. This is Coelho on the other end of the field. Here's some nice work by Vivian. Maybe a little too nice. Fornacier brought him down by the shirt tail, and that drew the yellow card. So we're just moments away from the start of the second half here at FC Dallas Stadium. Coritiba with a 1-0 lead. So if you're Manchester United, what do you do to change this thing around?
Well, first thing they have to do, they're going to keep a better eye out for Primao, the captain for Coritiba. They're going to have to keep an eye on him. Everything really goes through him. So if they want to get back into this match, they have to keep an eye on him. And then really the second thing is they're just going to have to clean up some of their possession. They're giving the ball away pretty cheaply in the midfield, and just have to do a little bit better job of maintaining possession.
As you said at the end of the first half, Manchester United just looks sluggish.
They really do kind of look sluggish, and it's kind of funny because, I mean, the EPL and the league that these kids play in and the reserve team for, the English games are very fast. It's a very fast-paced game.
Generally considered the highest level of soccer, club-wise.
Absolutely, and it's so entertaining because the pace is extremely fast. But what we're seeing here tonight is we're seeing a Brazilian team, and their leagues are known for a very slow build-up play, and they're definitely the faster-paced team and much quicker on the ball.
Alberto Masacci is going to come into the game to start the second half for Manchester United. He will replace Charney Ekamini. So Manchester United making their first substitution. Each team is allowed 6, but Manchester United brought a limited roster, so they won't make 6 substitutions. They probably won't make more than 3, if that many, tonight. Coritiba is going to go with their starting 11, so they still have all 6 substitutions remaining.
Well, I think that's a pretty easy decision for the manager for Coritiba. I mean, there's no reason to change anything. It was not broke here, and they played extremely well in the first half.
Lingard trying to drive through traffic to open the second half. Coritiba immediately sending it the length of the field down toward Johnston. So we'll see if Manchester United tries to be a little more aggressive here in the opening stages of the second half as they try to get the equalizer, trailing 1-0. Lingard lets that ball dummy through to Baggio, who intercepts it for Coritiba. Baggio gets the return pass and moves up the right flank, shadowed by Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe hassling Baggio, who lays it back for Primao. Primao will switch it to the left side. Nascimento to Silva to Amaral, a one-touch pass taken away by Thorpe, but turned right back over to Amaral. Amaral moves toward the middle. His shot is blocked, and Friars with the back pass to Johnston, who drives it well beyond halfway.
Well, that's what we're talking about right there. I mean, Thorpe gives the ball away cheaply there, and Cortiba goes on the attack, and that's something they just going to have to clean up if they want to get back.
Baggio, poor touch, gives it up to Tunnicliffe of Manchester United. Thorpe trying to get there first. Vivian goes down. Cortiba keeps it in play as Vivian got right back up and keeps play going for the Brazilian side. Vivian gets taken down in the midfield.
Well, I think Lingard's a lucky boy there because he definitely clipped the Cortiba player on purpose, and the referee blew it, but he's so far held the card in his pocket. Now you have Thorpe complaining to the official that he felt his tackle was just as vicious as Fornacier's tackle was, and the player didn't get carded for that.
Moving into the final 20 minutes of regulation. 2-0 lead for Coritiba over Manchester United in the championship game of the Gordon Jago Super Group at the 33rd Annual Dr. Pepper Dallas Cup. Santos, who scored in the 7th minute, gets inside the 18 again. Never able to control the ball, though. Manchester United controls in their own end. Michael Keane playing it back for Friars. Givern sends it beyond halfway. And a foul call as Santos chested it down, a handball call.
Thomas Thorpe's moved forward now from defense up into the offensive third, playing along with William Keane up top.
Headed by Baggio. Primau battling with Lingard. Primau wins that battle for Coritiba. Gets tripped up.